Welcome, beautiful soul. Today we embark in a profound and important journey. A journey to release energetic cords, to create space for peace, belonging, and renewal in your life. Have you felt as if someone's energy is lingering in your space? Have you noticed how after separation, memories arise, feelings continue to resurface, and connections haunt you long after someone has departed? This is because we are not only connected to people by words or by gestures, but we are connected by threads of energy. Those threads of energy are those that we call cords. Those threads can linger long after a chapter with that person has ended. Modern spiritual teachers like Caroline Myss have said, we are energetic beings. Every thought, every emotion, every interaction creates cords or threads. Threads that connect us. Sometimes those threads can nourish, but sometimes those energetic threads can deplete us. Modern science also recognizes this very well-known phenomenon. The heart and the brain create electromagnetic fields that extend way beyond our body. The closer the bond that we had with one person, especially through intimacy and sensual powers or touch, long relationships or trauma-bonded relationships, the stronger the threads that we create and have active in our experience. And this is why, my dear soul, this is why it is so challenging to move on. Not because you're failing to forget, not because there is any deficiency within you, but because these threads still exist and still attach you to someone you do not wish to be attached to. Today's meditation will be a step-by-step to revisit that space where these connections were made once, to speak aloud or in silence the words that your heart needs to say to create closure, to dissolve those threads or cords, to call back your energy, whether it is thoughts, memories, or intentions. Call back your energy and gently send their energy that may be active in your experience back to them with love and closure. We're going to visualize the threads burning in a sacred fire, releasing into the universe. You're going to feel a deep sense of release and belonging within yourself. You're going to reduce highly those feelings of obsession, tension, or desperation that comes from those threads being active. For example, like wanting to call them, like wanting to receive that message, like wanting to see each other again when you know very well that is not the right thing for you at this moment in life. Sometimes a shift is left or felt immediately. Other times it will take a couple of months. You're going to very soon, however, notice a quiet peace replacing the old pain that you used to feel. For best results with this type of meditation for cutting cords, practice it for 7 days in a row, because each time the person resurfaces in your thoughts, every time you think about them again or miss them intensely, threads or cords can reweave themselves into your experience. Repeating this practice strengthens and maintains your energetic boundaries, your energetic health. As a spiritual teacher, Ram Dass once reminded us, in the end, you will call to yourself that which you have set free. Trust this process. Trust the healing powers of your breath, and trust your heart for being strong and capable of doing this successfully. To start this meditation, find a comfortable position, a nice space in your home or in nature where you could be yourself, where you could be quiet and go through this beautiful experience you're about to go through. Once you're comfortable within your body and within your space, close your eyes and start noticing your breath. Inhale deeply for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment and exhale slowly for a count of 6 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Notice your body settling into these counts. We will do it again one more time, inhaling in the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 seconds and exhale for 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go back to your normal breathing. Notice your body settling even more into this cadence or rhythm of breathing. Notice the support of the earth. Notice the beating of your heart. With every breath you take, notice how tension is melting away. With every exhale, you notice how your body is letting go of resistance. We're going to start bringing the person you wish to detach from into focus. Bring your attention to your third eye, that space in your forehead between your eyebrows. Imagine a lens that you can see through. In that space, clear the lens if you feel that energy center has been very blocked or very unused for years. When you feel ready to see through that lens, invite the opportunity to see in that person through that lens. You're going to set an intention for that connection, and is to seek release from that person. Notice the threads that attach you from heart to heart. You can visualize those threads as a bright light of energy. Some threads will be dimmer than others. Some will feel or look thicker than others. Some will be darker than others. Some threads may be tangled up but you can see the threads that go from your heart center to their heart center. Sometimes those threads go from your solar plexus, that area where you have the center for intuition, and go to the solar plexus of that person. In other words, from your belly to their belly, you can see threads. At this moment, we're going to acknowledge the meaning of those threads by repeating a few sentences or affirmations. I acknowledge the role that you've played in my life. I acknowledged the lessons that I have learned by having had you in my life. I acknowledge the feelings I have felt and the memories that we shared, good and bad. Today, I honor those moments and I release their hold over me. Pause and sink into these affirmations. Breathe deeply into them as you acknowledge the presence that that person had in your life. Some of us may even know the reason why they crossed paths. Some of us may know the lessons that we actually learned. We acknowledge the feelings that we have felt, the memories that stand up, and with honor and with love, you acknowledge those moments and release the hold that they have had over you. Breathe deeply. Let the threads appear as clearly as you can see them, as clearly as your heart and solar plexus allow. We're gonna be entering a process of calling your energy back. Imagine a golden light growing within your heart, exactly from that place where your threads are being born. Imagine a golden light growing within your stomach, exactly from the places where you know that your threads of connection have been born. And as you visualize this bright light with every breath, you notice that the light expands to gently fill your body. Now your body is feeling radiant and strong. As you cover yourself inside and outside with this beautiful light, you will say aloud or in silence this intention: I call back every piece of my energy from this person. I call back every thought, every memory, every emotion, every experience. Anything that belongs to me returns to me. I call back my strength. I call back my joy. I call back my belonging. I call back the person I am. Visualize the person that were born in that person that belonged to you starting to dissolve. Energy is rushing back into you like a mist. Notice how warm it feels to have your energy back, going into your chest, into your heart, into your belly, into your arms, into your pelvis, into your legs, coming into your brain. Wherever it belongs, this energy comes back to you and settles. Trust that this warmth is a proof of your wholeness, of that energy that belonged to you, that was out there where it shouldn't have been, where you did not want it to be. It's coming back to you with pure love and light, to making you feel whole again. As we've received this energy, it is our duty to send their energy back with loving clarity. Acknowledge the threads that are in you that belong to that other person, and with clear intention, repeat aloud or in silence, I return to you every piece of your energy, every thought, every emotion, every piece of you, and each experience returns to where it came from. May you carry your lessons and blessings and walk your path in peace. Visualize threads burning, starting to dissolve, with that burn turning into ashes, as there is nothing else to exchange. Start to watch as all of the threads that are remaining starting to disintegrate and dissolve into the universe, leaving a quiet space between you and that person. Trust that this space that is left between you and that person is a space of healing, a space for clarity and belonging. Visualize both of you walking away from each other in peace. Now, as you are sealing this energetic release and belonging, you're going to notice and focus your attention within you. You're going to notice how warm it feels in your heart, how content your body feels from receiving energy that for long needed to go back to you, and from releasing that energy that did not belong to you, the negativity, the heaviness, the missing, the anxiety, the need for calling, the need for seeing, the lack is gone. It's all gone. You smile because you notice that your heart is also smiling. Your body is feeling serene and strong. And as you settle into this knowing, you repeat aloud or in silence that you are strong, that you are in peace, that you are enough. Know this to be true. Know that your heart knows that it's worth it. Know that your body knows that your energy is sacred. Notice that you are feeling complete. With every breath, notice threads dissipating further. Notice yourself walking away further. What we release, we also transform, as Toll used to say. Trust that this work doesn't end when the recording of this meditation ends. Trust that you have access to this energy release and these cutting cards at any time during your day. Trust that every time that you practice this meditation, every time a thought returns, your energy grows brighter, your boundaries grow stronger, and your heart feels a lot more free. You go back to your third eye, and through that space you go back within yourself. You're feeling that you're back home into your body, strong and free. You're gently wiggling your fingers and toes. With this experience, you're going back home. Slowly opening your eyes, you're going to see you're strong and that something has shifted. Something is worth it now. When you're gonna get up from here, you're going to feel a sense of release, as if someone had taken a huge stone out of your chest. Notice that that stone no longer occupies your chest. Now you occupy that space. Breathe deeply into that space where it used to be only filled with pain. Notice the strength and the softness that you carry with you at this moment. Thank yourself for showing up and doing this work. Thank yourself for choosing this sacred release from what no longer serves you. Trust that your heart knows that is home. Healing is a journey, and every step that you take towards it, every breath that you honor guides you closer to belonging fully within yourself, and it's worth it. It is an amazing feeling. Remember, whenever you come back to this meditation, that the threads we release will always make space for the threads that can truly nourish us. With that, I wish you love and light. Namaste.